I chose some of my favorite things that I like to eat. And I'm going to actually start with my favorite salad in the world. About a week and a half ago, I made this twice in 1 week, with the exception of a small bowl that I sent to my mother. I ate every bit of the rest of it. So I love it. So that's what I'm going to start with tonight, and it's a very simple, easy, the recipes you've got there in front of you. It's a pasta salad, a spaghetti salad, but you can use any kind of pasta shape that you like. I just happen to like spaghetti. Now I have already cooked 1 box of spaghetti noodles that I broke the Italian rule. I broke mine into 3 pieces because I don't like those big old strands. You do the same thing. I broke it in 3 pieces to make it smaller to eat as a salad. I cooked it until it's al dente, which means to the tooth, which is what that term means. Means it's not mushy. It just has got a little bit of a bite to it. And I did rinse it under cold water. Now normally if you're making spaghetti or a pasta dish, you don't rinse it, but in a salad you want to rinse it with cold water to get the starch off of it so that it doesn't clump all together. So that's what's in this bowl, that's the only thing that we've prepped ahead. I'm going to add to it my favorite vegetables, and this is something, if you've watched the program, on it. That knife is huge. Let's switch here. If you've watched the program, I tell you all the time, if I cook with something that you don't like, substitute something else that you do like. Now there's no hard and fast rules. These are just the things that I like. One of my favorite vegetables in the world is celery. So I'm using 2 stalks of celery that we're just going to dice into medium dice. If you don't like celery, leave it out. My crew at work, I've got one girl, she's usually running a camera, and she hates celery. And every time that I cook something with celery, she just looks at me like, pick it out, I'm gonna eat it. I do too, and it's very good, and it's very good for you. So this is one of those recipes you just put it all in the bowl. No method to it. A red pepper. I love red peppers. This is not a hot pepper, never had one. It's a very, very sweet pepper. This particular kind is just actually a mature green pepper. If you grow a garden, how many grow a garden? Anybody grow a garden? If you leave those peppers on the vine, they turn red. And it gives it a totally different flavor. It's sweet and it's delicious. So I'm gonna add 1 red pepper. You could add a green pepper, you could add a yellow pepper, whatever you like. But I happen to love red peppers. And you know that the red pepper has more, 1 red pepper has twice, I believe it's twice the amount of vitamin C that you need in a day. It's one of the healthiest things that you can eat. And it's pretty, and it looks pretty. And this is one of those dishes that really looks beautiful when you're done. And it keeps in your refrigerator. So you could make this ahead. If it lasts, it'll keep, a day or 2, 3 in your refrigerator. And the flavors just blend and, come together the longer it sits. This is actually better tomorrow than it will be tonight, but I don't think we're going to wait till tomorrow to taste it. I think we'll taste it tonight. So you could add anything you like. If you like, I don't know if you've ever tried zucchini raw, but in the summertime, when you've got little baby zucchinis in the garden, you can slice it really thin or chop it really fine and add it to, you can eat zucchini raw. It's really good, actually. For a little bit of heat, we're going to add some radishes. That's one of those things I find, there's 2 camps. You either love it or you don't, and I do. So I'm one of those that I really do like radishes. As much or as little as you like. I'm going to add a few and just cut the little tails off of them. They're peppery and they're hot, but they're good. You could add white icicle radishes. You could add a daikon radish if you wanted to, which is the long white Japanese radishes. Anything. You just want that little peppery bite. That's kind of what you're going for. And crunch. Because food is very much an experience of different textures in your mouth. And the crunch adds a whole lot to it. I'm going to use this little paring knife. And I'm just going to slice them thin to add to it. I'm not used to having an audience. I'm used to that. So forgive me. If I forget you're there, you just talk to me. So tell me while I'm chopping, where are some of you folks from? Anybody? Bristol. Anybody not from Bristol? Honeacre. You drove from Honeacre? Wow, you might get the prize. Anybody further than Honeacre? Where are you from? Jonesboro. Okay, well that's a pretty good competition going there. I don't know. You're from St. Paul. That's a pretty good ways too. Churchill. Anybody else from anywhere else? I'm from Abingdon. We drove too, didn't we? Well, I'll tell you, if you haven't been downstairs into this store, it's beautiful. How many of you have been in the store? Yeah, it's a beautiful store. Lots of different products that I can't wait to try. Now, this is an English cucumber. It's one of those things, if you wanted to cut the peel off, you can. If I were choosing one of the other cucumbers that you buy that have that waxy coating, I would probably peel it. But the English cucumbers don't have that, and so I just rinsed it and cleaned it, and we're just going to leave the peel on. You also can take the seeds out if you want to. Cut it in half and take a spoon. I'm not going to do it, but just take a spoon and go down in there, and that takes all those seeds out. Because I know some people are, sensitive to seeds, so if you need to do that, that's fine. I don't like to peel it because honestly, a lot of your vitamins and minerals are right at or underneath that skin, and you're taking away a lot of your vitamin and mineral content and your fiber content. So if you can, leave the peel on. And I cheated today and just got a bag of those shredded carrots. If you don't have, you just use your food processor or box grater and shred a couple of carrots. But I just got those because it's easy and it's quick. And these are all recipes that you could make any night of the week, because we're busy people, and it's hard sometimes to get dinner on the table when you've worked all day long and you've ran here and there and you're tired. So this is something that you can do ahead, and it's easy, and you could have it in 30 minutes. You could have a good salad on the table for dinner. And this really, I get a lot of emails from people that are vegetarians. Now, I'm not, but I love vegetarian food. I mean, I really do. I eat a lot of vegetables. And so this is one of those dishes that if you wanted to add some lean protein to it, you by all means could add some diced chicken. We're going to, in a few minutes, do another salad with the rotisserie chicken, which is one of my favorite things in a grocery store, is that rotisserie chicken, because it's so easy and they are delicious. So if you wanted to chop up some chicken and put in here and bump up the protein, you could have a main dish salad right here. Or if you're like me, if you just want to eat it the way it is, then I do. And I can make a meal on this. And I don't think I need any more than that. Now, there's all of our ingredients, hardware-wise. Now, this is, we've all seen this down in the grocery stores. Love this dressing. Have you ever tried the Good Seasons dried Italian? See, it is delicious. So I use one package of that. And I'm one that likes the opposite of most people. I like my salad dressings tangy. I like to taste that vinegar in there. So I kind of do the opposite of what they tell you to do. I put a little more vinegar than oil. My favorite choice in this kind of salad is rice vinegar. If you've not tried this, it's a mild tasting vinegar, because a lot of people, when you say vinegar, they think, I don't like vinegar. Well, try the rice vinegar. It's very, very mild, but very, very good, and it just adds a flavor to this that's delicious. My son Austin, who cooks with me sometimes on the program, I add about, half a cup of the rice vinegar. This is seasoned. The only difference in the seasoned vinegar and the non-seasoned vinegar, the seasoned vinegar has just a pinch of sugar. So if you get rice vinegar that says plain or unseasoned, you might want to add, and I mean just a pinch, like 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar to it. But I like the seasoned. Another little side dish that you can do with this is slice a cucumber and just pour this over it. Let it set for just a few minutes. It is delicious, absolutely delicious. And my son Austin that I was talking about, he will slice a cucumber, put it in this vinegar, and eat the whole cucumber and then drink the vinegar. And he does it a lot, and it's that mild. And then extra virgin olive oil. This is one of those times when you do need the extra virgin olive oil. About probably a little less than 1/2 cup of the extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to be precise about it. And then put that on there and hope it's sealed and just shake it. And because we're dealing with a pasta, it will absorb every bit of it. So put it all on there because it will soak it up. And I know that looks like a lot of dressing, but it will soak it up. And it is very good. And then the little magic ingredient, which is salad seasoning mix. You find it down there in the spice section where you buy the salt and pepper and all the different spices. It's salad seasoning mix. And I really like this. It has pepper and sesame seeds, a little bit of granulated garlic in there. It just has a pleasant little Parmesan cheesy sort of smell, and I love it. And I add about 2 or 3 tablespoons of it. And I'll go ahead and embarrass her. For those of you that have watched the TV program, the lady that just came in is the producer, and she's the director of Everyday Manna. She makes it look good, and she's going to shoot me. She happens to be my niece, so I can do that to her. Because you all hear me talk about Andrea on the program. Well, there's Andrea and her new husband. They're newlyweds. Her new husband, Chad. And my sister. She's going to kill me. She's back there, too. And I saw my friend. She's hiding back there. You've seen her on there, too, Miss Rebecca Reynolds. She's back there. My sweet friend. And my niece, my other niece, is back there hiding, Kayla. And there you go. There's pasta salad. So let me get a plate and I'll show you. And you get to sample this stuff after if you want to. Jessica said we could taste it after. She's going to get some utensils and things for you to eat with. And there is summer pasta salad, all ready to go.